Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out the third episode of The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. This is from Season 1, and it's entitled Adar. Adar? Thoughts on that last episode? Thoughts on the second episode? The previous one are on the back half of there. Big takeaways for me are we got to meet Prince Durin and his wife Disa. Bronwyn finally convinced the townspeople to bounce. But Theo picked up that fucked up blood hilt and has it with him, so I imagine bad news for them. Arondir got snatched up in the caves. We haven't seen him yet. Galadriel was adrift with Brandrin. I forget his name, Thaldrin maybe. And I wasn't sure who picked them up. I could have sworn it was an elf ship or an elf silhouette. You know, it looked like Celebrimbor. May not have been. I just like saying his name, so Lord Celebrimbor. You know, it's fun. And Nori and Poppy have their fallen angel, their meteor man, you know, running around. I don't know what's gonna happen there, but he definitely demonstrated some abilities last time around, even though they were negative, uncontrolled, unrestrained. You know, it's hard to say, like, raw power that's not wielded. What does that come off as, you know? Like, I still don't know if this thing is going to be a good thing or a bad thing. But very powerful, and a stark contrast to the almost halfling-like nature-esque, you know, down-to-earthness of the Harfoots, right? I wanted to say halflings, but not yet. Elrond also, he did the trial by stone in Casmodon or wherever it was. You know, it's very strange that elven dwarf friendship. We don't see such a thing till much later with a Gimli and Legolas. But anyway, the show's been great so far. I've been told the first two episodes are kind of setting the stage and catching up on the history, and episode 3 is where things kick off, so that's where we are, and I'm ready to see it. This is The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power, Season 1, Episode 3, Adar. Adar? Let's go. Fucking A, man. No. Oh, right, the orc that dug under the ground was wearing a skull too, wasn't he? Red orc with a skull on.
For Adar.
Adar. For Adar. Is that a person? Place thing?
For Adar.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys! Oh, those are the elves from his unit. Because that was the Marcus Crassus elf, I called him. From Spartacus.
It's not poison, if that's your concern.
Gotcha, it is poison.
Not for humans, anyway.
Not pointy ears and doesn't look like an elf ship.
What vessel is this?
Be at ease. I'm obliged to deliver you safely to my betters. They will answer your questions, not I.
To what port do we sail?
See for yourself.
Yeah, she was eyeballing that dagger. Be ballsy to take a hostage on a ship full of people, riding into an enemy port. Okay, all this sun worship and astroglabe looking things on top, I'm a fan.
The island kingdom of Numenor.
God damn, but that looks like part of Minas Tirith, you know, up top there. Like, I feel like they're rowing into a Game of one of the free cities, you know, like Bravos or Lys or something.
In the Great Wall, your ancestors stood with Morgoth. These men stood with the elves. As a reward, the Valar granted them this island.
Oh.
What happened?
Numenor began to turn away our ships.
We don't want to be lost here without an escort.
Are you sure? Everything looks way too clean and, like, safe. Like, everything here looks so well polished. Nothing is dirty. Even the blacksmiths are clean. Budget, I see you, Budget. You're everywhere. combination of despised and not trusted. Was that the Navia actress? The second Navia actress from Spartacus?
No one kneels in Numenor.
Don't kneel.
Galadriel of the Noldor, commander of the northern armies of High King Gil-galad.
Halbrand,
He's king in the north.
of the Southlands. A man and an elf.
It is because of the elves that you were given this island. Surely you can spare a few planks and a rudder.
Was that other guy in the foreground? I gotta see them. That dude is Rape-Face from Spartacus. There are so many Spartacus people in this.
Perhaps it'd be better if we stay.
Stay?
Long enough, good queen, to give you and your advisors adequate time to weigh our request.
Y'all don't know each other, do you? It was a little...
You really expect me to leap with you back into the furnace?
You leapt into the sea to save one life. I seek to save
You don't have to
I've
tag
been
along with
searching
her.
for peace for longer than
Go
you
your
have.
way then, dude. This for Game of Thrones, you'd be drinking and whoring for the next 3 days, and then come back with a shitty excuse.
Do try not to make any new enemies.
Tell me about this captain.
His name is Elendil.
You'll have to haul the sheet faster than that towards a spot in my guard.
Was that guy Barca from Spartacus on the bridge? That would be 4 Spartacus actors in this show.
Still do it! Any today!
My friend who's watching this show, I know he also watched Spartacus, and he didn't tell me it was rife with all the actors and actresses.
The sea is always right! The sea is always right! Team, maybe.
Your sister's here.
Isildur? What? Isildur's heir. Wait a minute. Did somebody say Isildur?
It originates there.
Pray tell, what does it mean?
One who loves the stars.
That is not its only translation, is it?
In the ancient tongue of the Eldar. It can also mean elf friend.
Then are you?
It was the sea that put her in my path. And the sea is always right.
The sea cannot commit treason. Then I shall have to ask you to perform a service.
Yeah, you're doing a lot of not working. You should be getting beat, right?
They're searching for something.
Some sort of weapon, perhaps.
The hilt, 100%. The thing that Theo found.
It seems Morgoth has a successor.
Adar. Why would orcs refer to the leader by an elvish word?
Sauron was said to have many names in days of old. Perhaps this is one of them. If even one of us makes it home, we can return in force.
You show strength. You've just earned your company. A water ration.
It's definitely not horse piss or poison. Ooh. Okay. I'm thirsty. Is this the reach for it and get stabbed trick? Hey. Why an orc would be respecting back talk. It's like, I know elves are in touch with nature, but is this like a lone tree, the only one out here? Is that why it's a big deal? Oh. They're cutting down lots of trees, aren't they?
Gnawing, biting, breaking, hacking, burning.
God damn. That poor tree. It was really in the way.
Be wiser to steal the half sail. That skiff will hardly get you out of the harbour. I'm afraid the Queen has charged me with seeing to it that you cause no further disturbance.
Okay. But he has his own weapon, so why did she give him a sword?
Suppose the words never managed to escape your throat.
Supposing they did. L'allie sanke loilquen, Erinia.
Manistalia quete il delombe.
Where I was raised, many speak it. It is still taught in our Hall of Law.
Yeah, wasn't she confined to the palace grounds? So now he's already exceeding his station and looking like he's letting her escape or running off with her. It's an awkward frame.
I'm telling you, there is not another man on this isle that knows this craft better than I. I will shovel coal, if needs be.
But until you've earned your guild crest, you can't forge steel in Numenor.
That's him.
Oysters, clams, and cockles.
Close to you and the shear.
He was such a shithead in Spartacus.
Eating our food, drinking our ale. What will you take next? Our lands? Our trades?
Don't forget your women.
That's
Look at the mouth on him.
the most common baseline fear. Not the women.
I'm a guest on your island, and I haven't shown you the faintest bit of gratitude. Next few rounds on me.
Well, then I best make my retreat. Well, you've still got a warm opinion of me.
Oh, he stole the fucking... That's what he did when he leaned on him. He took the crest thing.
Really thought I wouldn't notice.
Well, it's worth a try.
Well, I thought it was worth a try.
Yeah, you got him all drunk and then you stole from him?
Please, don't do this.
Why not?
No, man!
I mean... I like the throat shots, you're damn right. Break it, yeah! He did steal from him, so it's like you're gonna catch an ass whooping no matter who you are, right? But he's a fighter, that's for sure.
You didn't say the Hall of Law was assembled by Elros himself.
You knew Elros.
An uncommon spirit. But I was always closer with his brother.
He's like,
Remarkable.
ah!
He drew this to record the tower's location.
Yeah, she saw that episode 1 in the Frozen Tower. Oh.
Of the Southians. To create a realm of their own. Where evil would not only endure, but thrive.
Lower Earth, where we live.
And the Southlands are in grave danger.
If Sauron has indeed returned.
Was Aragorn... He was a long-lived human because he had the blood of something in him. Was it the blood of the Nurmans? The Numa, oh god. Because I thought I heard somebody toss around the name Isildur, and like he's Isildur's heir, and like I know this isn't that time frame quite.
That's right. Nobody goes up there.
Nobody walks alone.
Nobody goes up there.
I'm sick of this song already.
We can't carry the cart without you. We're going to be left behind.
No Brandyfoot has ever been left behind.
Burn your cart and hop in the back of someone else's. Build another cart some other time.
I knew. I grow old with you, Marigold.
You can't pull your cart anymore. I don't feel the same. You've changed.
Got a better idea. The migration's tomorrow. If you want to help him find those stars, our best hope is in that book.
I don't want to help him.
He's a giant with a brackish temper who sometimes murders fireflies. That was an accident.
The Firefly Slaughter of 2022.
There's head sense, Poppy, and there's heart sense.
There's common sense and nonsense. And if you're on the first, then you can borrow some of mine.
Rather borrow some star charts out of that book instead. And you're gonna help me, or would you rather I let slip to Melva? It was you put fireweed in her toe cream.
I'd be like telling me, man, I'm not dealing with this crazy magical giant anymore. What kind of friend is that? I'll rat you out if you don't let me break the rules.
Full carts and fuller bellies.
What about second breakfast?
Just tell them I'm almost ready.
Right. No, I mean left. Yes. No, I'll tell him right now. I'll go straight now.
Calm yourself and get yourself some chestnut pie. Agreeable, honourable, Harfoots.
Grubs, chubs, brace girdles, good bodies, bulges, horn blowers, and proud foots.
Proud feet. Another season has passed in this glade, leaving us with full carts and fuller bellies. So be careful where you're having your shenanigans later on.
Oh no! Oh my god, this is terrible. Is that gonna catch fire? Paper.
Ovo Bulgerbook. Bees.
Not the bees! Ah! Open my eyes!
He's making a sculpture.
Are all the fires? People are gonna be screaming and he's gonna be afraid and... We caught a giant! Ha ha ha! He's like this drunk super weapon stumbling around their camp. I didn't even see him. Everyone was tucked away. They're so good at hiding.
But no, he was lost. Hurt. What was I supposed to do? What, leave him there?
You must admit, Sadik, it's quite extraordinary. Have you ever heard tell of beings falling from the stars?
Stick to the path, flee every danger. Heaven forbid we explore something new for
Eleanor
once.
Kellermark Brandyfoot.
It's worked forever.
Our way has kept us alive 1,000 years.
Tomorrow we depart as planned. And the Brandyfoot cart will be with us. At the back of the caravan.
At the back?
Yeah, you slow down. Goodbye, goodbye. Her magic man friend is probably gonna like float the cart for him, you know?
Do you think the stars reached down and touched you? Is that it?
This one did.
The Galadriel. Scourge of the Orcs.
Never mind what she's the scourge of. Why is she a Numenor?
A lot of new names this episode. I'll pick up on it in editing and by the next one, I promise.
The watery part of this world has a way of healing even the deepest of wounds. The way it's healed yours.
Got some baggage and some backstory. Something with Mom.
I'm made apprentice. I've been accepted to the Builders Guild.
How? I thought the guild never reconsidered.
Isildur convinced me to read.
Isildur. Builders Guild, what are you building? Carpentry, stonework? Like, you gotta swing a hammer, girl! Arm is as big around as my pinky finger. You gotta move.
You are more than you claim. I found this.
Oh, that's the symbol on his neck thing, right?
That's funny. I found this on a dead man.
Ah, bullshit.
Your people have no king. For you are him.
As long as he doesn't pull a Jon Snow and... I never wanted it.
For it was his ancestor who swore a blood oath to Morgoth. For it was my family that lost the war.
And it was mine who started it.
Nori thinks everything is happening on purpose. Galadriel's thinking the same.
Come with me to Middle-earth. And together we will redeem both our bloodlines.
These shots are fucking amazing. Like, it is high detail. It is depth into the land. It's like the Dwarf Kingdom. Every wide vista shot has been phenomenal. Yeah, Game of Thrones has the dragon budget. This show has the scenic budget.
It is here, Father. The moment we feared. The elf has arrived.
Friend.
This is how we keep up with the others, all of us. He helps us and we help him.
Can we, Mum? Can we bring him?
That young Harfoot looks like one of the baby, young hobbit children from Fellowship of the Ring in the village.
They should sit on us one by one. It's cautious, chilly.
Ah, this fucking sun. Get one weapon, then get two. Aren't there people working behind the orcs they could help out? Okay.
Release the
warg. Looks like a baby warg. I mean, I wouldn't fuck with it, but... Yeah, how about you lead with the tip of the spear, you know? God damn, that thing is just going for the intestines on everyone. Ah, fuck.
Wait! Bring him.
More.
Adar.
Okay, I was like, don't you end there. Open and close with the name drop, and then we still don't see the person. It's the Shredder? Like... Out of focus, you son of a bitch. That was a good episode. Going to the outro. Adar, Arondir finds himself a captive. Galadriel and Halbrand explore a legendary kingdom. Elendil is given a new assignment. Nori faces the consequences. Okay. Arondir finds himself captive. Obviously, he's going to be meeting Adar. I thought it would be this episode. I guess technically maybe he met him if you count that out of focus last 4 seconds of the episode. But open and close with Arondir, a failed breakout attempt. Yeah, everyone that got out of the pit either caught a spear or almost got caught by the dog or did catch arrows. So the idea was if even one of them can get out and get away, the armies will come. None of them got out. I'm very curious about this Numeran, I can't pronounce it yet, this kingdom, because I'm pretty sure we've heard of people blessed by Nurimor. I can't say it yet. It has anything to do with, I remember Aragorn had like long life because his people were related to some people that did something, you know. That's very vague because I don't have the answers to fill it in, but I just remember when he was talking to what's her name? The Lady of Rohan, the one who took down the Ring Wraith. When he was talking to her, because he said he rode. Somebody said that he rode to battle with like Theodrin's father or grandfather, and she's like, you can't be that old. And he said, you know, I'm blessed with this and the blood of this. So I'm wondering if because these people are, because in the past elves and them were, you know, allies and a lot crossed over, that maybe some of the magic's crossed over too, and maybe there's an extension of life, and then maybe that's why they closed the doors on the city. You know, we kind of locked themselves up. They're like, we don't need anyone anymore. I'm guessing that Elendil is that guy's name because he's the picture for the episode, and he's the only name I don't quite recognize. Nori and Poppy, like, I get it. The young rambunctious youth, we've seen it. Breaking with tradition, we've seen it. But, like, they're a vagabond, is that the right word? Nomadic culture wandering around. Like, they can't stop and help people. They can't apparently stop and wait for her father's foot to heal. But, you know, as Nori said, you know, he's friend. Maybe, you know, if we help him, he'll help us. I don't know if that's him pulling the cart, pushing the cart, or, you know, doing magics to float it around. That would be cool. All in all, great episode. Beautiful. The vistas, the wide shots, just, it's eye-melting. The flash image, and you're like, wow, look at that structure, look at that building, and then it pans out, and you see more, and you're like, whoa, and then it pans out, and you see more, and it's just, the details there on everything. It is gorgeous. It kind of, I don't want to say it puts previous cities in the Lord of the Rings movies to shame, because we only really saw Helm's Deep was a castle. The White City at the end was amazing. But what else did we see? Maybe, you know, Rohan's hometown up on that hill. But these cities are just... I mean, I'm guessing a lot happens between now and the future, and maybe some of these cities aren't here. We know towns can be swallowed by the earth, so maybe some of these great... Oh no, there's Rivendell, right? Yeah, we saw the city of Rivendell, and we saw the woodland city. Yeah, okay, so we've seen some things, but the movies would give us an establishing shot and then just be on a close-up. But this, like, all of these cities, like, you feel that there's streets, people moving around, there's alleys, there's the upper class, there's the people by the docks. Like, everything feels lived and everything feels much more vibrant and popping right now. I know I kept commenting on it. I don't know how much of it editing me will leave in, but there are four Spartacus actors I've seen so far. So I'm going to jump on IMDb and see if there's any other Spartacus actors I can expect to show up so that I can stop gushing about it and, you know, being broken out of what I'm watching. So that'll do it for me for now. It's super repetitive, but I don't know how else to say it. Thank you all for being here, and I look forward to the next episode and hope to see you then. Thanks again, and goodbye.